It's the 5th day in the House of Tiny Tearaways, and even though the families have made real progress, their parenting problems are still proving to be quite a handful.
That's what I'm doing for. Oh, look! There they go.
They've gone!
Will you marry me?
You can't. This is the House of Tiny Tearaways, home to 3 families seeking urgent help with their parenting nightmares. The person helping to solve their problems is clinical psychologist Dr Tanya Byron. Dr Tanya has been given just 6 days to turn their eating, sleeping and behaviour problems around in what she hopes will be an environment of mutual support. The design and construction of the house has been completed in conjunction with a committee of childcare experts to make sure that it's a safe, fun place for kids to stay, whilst also recreating a realistic and practical home environment.
My challenge is to help as many families as I can, and I've been given just 6 days to do it.
Single mum Nicola is exhausted by her 23-month-old son Dante's sleep problem. Every night, without fail, he climbs into his mum's bed at home, something she is desperate to change. For Paul and Nikki Cooksley, feeding their son Louis was an increasingly traumatic affair. He's a very fussy eater who will sometimes refuse to eat altogether. Home for the Turners was a battleground. Dad Paul and Mum Louise's relationship was on the verge of crumbling under the pressure and strain of their daughter's daily tantrums. Together, the problems of these 3 families pose the greatest challenge to Dr Tanya Byron's career, and she's only got 2 days left to solve them. On their penultimate day at the House of Tiny Tearaways, the Turners are the first family up, and there's other people's washing up to do.
Like these aren't ours. Who's put these in here? It's a bit of a stupid place to put them as well.
Well, like, we just get going on it. Start.
No, I don't think it's fair. I don't think you should, because you know what's going to happen tonight, don't you? We're going to end up doing it all. Because, you know, we're going to end up being left to do it all.
No boys. My next present for a boy, a little boy. I'm not a boy. Because I wear
Don't do them all. You're stressing yourself out over
No,
some
it's just too
mess.
bloody water all over the place, then. That's what I'm doing it for.
I mean it, Lee, don't
Jessica,
do it.
Jessica, what have you done?
Can I get up to you? Come here, babe. What's she done to you? What's she done?
She had some nuts. She had some nuts in her hand, and when a piece, she had fun in her hand with nuts in it. And whacked me.
Do it on purpose. Right, you sit down.
Hannah? That's fine, because you know what? Jessie gets no chocolate mousse.
No chocolate mousse.
Sorry.
Not for that behaviour. I'm not bothered.
Unless you were banging my head.
Not bothered, no chocolate mousse.
All we're doing is talking to her.
Where are you banging her head? Where are you? Hey? And don't tell me lies.
I'm sorry for banging her head off.
Ah.
Uh-huh.
To stop talking.
All right, no chocolate mousse for you.
You were
Because
your
as soon as I
banging
said,
my
"Are you
head.
sure?" I said, "I'll tell you."
No, I'm not.
Cameras
But
everywhere.
you was because you're doing this. No, I'm not. But Jessie said I was pointing to her, and I'm not. I wasn't doing anything mean to her.
Hannah, don't be daft.
Last night, Nicola asked to have a private chat with Louise about making a surprise invitation for Tanya to join the families for dinner. Louise, however, went to bed before Nicola had a chance to talk to her. Mum Louise and daughters Hannah and Jessica are joined in the kitchen by Nicola and her son Dante.
Did he sleep for you last night?
He was okay.
Was he?
I was very mad at you yesterday, you know that?
Why?
Because I really needed to speak to you, and you disappeared. Fair enough, you were tired, babe.
I was
You
really
should've
tired.
come
It was 3
outside.
o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, but
if I don't want to, I don't do as I'm told.
Yeah.
I went into my bedroom and Lee was in bed
fair
and
enough,
Hannah
I
wasn't,
understand
you know
that.
what I mean?
I understand that, but
So,
at least you could have come out here and said, you know what, Hannah
no,
is
because
a
I
bit
had my,
ratty.
if the same situation.
I would come out
And he was crying or whatever.
no, don't give me that. I would come out
Well, look,
and I would
different
say,
opinions,
I would,
different opinions,
but I
you
would
know what
say,
I mean?
I would come and say to you, what if I was sitting here waiting for you for a while? Sometimes you make sacrifices.
Yeah,
Do you
but
understand?
yeah, I was
It's
made a
just-
sacrifice
all-
yesterday to
all
be
I'm
with
saying
Lee.
is-
You
all
know what I
I'm
mean? I'm
saying
sorry,
is-
I've got a partner. He's in here. I
Yeah,
want to
so
spend
what?
some time with
So
him.
what?
And we were
So
we were
what?
going to spend. So what?
So what?
Well, if that's your
I'm
attitude,
saying,
then so what?
Yeah, so what? Because
Then
at
so
the
what?
end of the day, Nikki had a partner, but she was still helping out with the.
I was
with what
helping
we had
out.
to
Hey,
do.
helping out.
No,
We've just stood here and done
listen,
everybody's dishes
Are you
this
gonna
morning.
listen? Everybody's
Not when you
dishes.
speak to me like that. If you speak to
Everybody's
me
dishes.
nicely,
What
yes,
do you mean if I
everybody's
speak to you
dishes.
nicely? What do you mean if I speak to you
Because
nicely?
you're talking down
In
to
fact,
me
I'm
like
not
I'm a
gonna speak to
child.
you in front of the kids.
We're
We'll talk later
sacrificing
if you
with
wish to
me.
continue the conversation. Thank you.
That's what I mean. Sometimes, you know, I'm a grown woman. I don't have to do what people say. And sometimes my family has to come first, and that's what I've learned.
Wow.
You know? Lee asked me would I get up and help him. I said, yeah, sure, babe. Of course I'll help you do the dishes. You know, he did me
How
an
long does it
amazing
take to
dinner
make a
last
little
night.
invitation card? How old are you? Come on now.
No, I'm not
How long
taking
does
this
it
from
take?
you.
How long does it take?
Who do you think you
to
are?
make a
Who do you
card?
think you are?
I'm telling you how I
Yeah,
feel.
you're telling me.
Exactly
You're
how
talking
I
to me
feel.
like a child,
You
and
can
I'm a
talk to
grown
me
woman.
any way you want
I'm a grown
to.
woman. No, because I
You
respect
understand?
you.
No, you don't.
I respect
Because the words
you.
coming out of your mouth is not respect.
No, you're pointing like this in my face.
That's how I talk. I talk
Well,
with
I
my
don't like
hands.
it. I don't like it.
Oh, well, I don't like the things that come out of your mouth, but I can deal with it and take it. Do you understand that? Listen, think
I
of
don't
Dr.
have
Tanya.
to.
She's getting
Yes, I am
invited to
thinking
a,
about
no,
her.
You're not.
She's asked me to
No,
concentrate
you
on
are
my
not.
family.
Listen.
I'm not talking.
Yeah.
I'm not listening to you,
Listen.
all right? I'm not fucking listening to
do
you.
not.
Because you just think you take over
yourself
everything. I'm
sometimes.
sick of it.
You gotta put yourself, you gotta put other people first.
Right,
Do you
shut up,
understand?
son, for me.
Understand that, please.
Stupid.
Give her a last minute notice like she don't have nothing better to do. We would like her to really be involved. What if she was busy?
You stupid. That's it.
No.
Dominate, tell me what to do. I'm a woman. I want to spend some time with my husband just because she doesn't have one. The world must revolve around her. Yeah, right. I'm not a 2-year-old child. That's her problem. She's only ever shared her life with a 2-year-old.
Did you hear your mummy? How nasty she talks. Naughty mummy, isn't she?
Dad, Lee Turner, makes his way to the kitchen to check on the kids. Nicola is close by in the Cooksley bedroom, getting things off her chest with Nikki.
My son, she goes, yeah, well, I said, my child wakes up too. I was like, look at me. I slept late, but I'm still up. Following through to what I'm doing. That's why you're a parent and that's why you're an adult. You should be able to overcome certain things. How old are you? Do you understand?
Don't worry, I'm here. Don't worry. I'm sure your mummy's somewhere.
I came here to do for my family, not to be spoken down to like a piece of Good girl. Do you? Okay, can you give Mummy a minute? Because I'm not coming out there for a little bit. Okay, sweetheart, it's not you. It's not you, baby.
Don't worry. You don't have anybody to look after you, it's only me to look after you.
Concerned by their outrageous behaviour in front of their children, Dr Tanya is quick to react and calms the situation by first calling Louise to the consultation room.
Sorry to kind of, it's just to
Yeah.
cut to the chase. You and her have had a big sort of shouting argument in the main area there, in front of the children?
I walked off.
Okay.
Why should I be told? I don't mind being told by you, Tanya. That's what I'm here for.
Okay, well,
I'm not here to be judged and told
because we haven't got
by
time
somebody
for
else.
this. We haven't got time for this. I need to ask you, are you going to stay today or are you going to leave?
I don't know. I want to stay. I want to stay for my kids, but I'm not.
Okay, well, what's more important, staying here and seeing something through for your children or leaving because you're cross with another adult in the house?
Staying here and seeing things through for my children, but it's going to make me feel uncomfortable now, and now I can't be myself.
We'll have to deal with it, but what I need to say is it could have been done in a different way if there's a disagreement, and for me to have just been watching two adult women having that kind of level of disagreement in front of children is really disappointing in my house. I have to say that, honestly. I'm not taking sides, I'm just saying it as it is. And what I need to do is talk to Nicola, get you both in the room and try and find a way to resolve this so we can move on with the day. Because I'm here to deal with the kids' tantrums, not the adult tantrums. So if I go and just have a quick word with Nicola, can I bring her in here? Can we find a way of trying to get past this?
I like her.
Okay, well that's good.
I don't like being spoken down to and being told what to do.
Sure,
and I'm very vulnerable at the moment.
I understand that. And I think the children need to see that you and Nicola
can sort out our differences.
Can sort out your differences, because otherwise the message to the kids is, well, you just have a tantrum, you walk away from people and that's life. And that's not what it is to be an adult.
No.
With Louise happy to stay, Dr Tanya asked Nicola to join them in order to clear the air.
I'll just start off by saying to you both what I've said to you individually, that I am disappointed and unhappy that you both behaved like that. This is a situation that I understand why these things happen. I really do. You're both on a huge emotional journey. You're both doing some incredible things for yourself and for your children. And you're in the most intense environment. And for that, I respect you both. But I cannot and will not accept the fact that that had to be played out in front of the children. That was absolutely, completely out of order.
Yeah, it was.
And it just must not happen again. And if it happens again before Friday, I'm just going to have to ask you to leave. So I want each of you to tell the other one what it was that you found difficult about the way the other person behaved towards you. And I think this is what you need to do. So, okay, Nicola, you say to Lou.
Okay. In the argument, what I had found difficult was that, you know, we had all planned to do something nice for each other. Mm-hmm. And it was just the way you had responded to me about my family, mm-hmm. that really hurt me. And I just thought it just sounded selfish to me.
For me, it was, I tried to talk to you this morning, and you know, and you said about why it was like being spoken like, and maybe maybe it's a defensive thing with me as well, but you know, like when somebody asks you to do something, it's nice to be asked, but I felt like more I was being told and forced into it.
What do you think we need to do now?
I'll calm down. I think I need to say sorry for the way I behaved to you.
I'll calm down too.
Because I really get on with you, and I think it's such a shame, but I also think that we have, like Tanya says, we've both been going through so much stuff. And I think if I was a bit more mature, and because I get on with you so well, you know, maybe I could have come to you and said, listen, this is the way I'm feeling. Can you lay off a bit? And I'm sorry for the way I spoke to you, and I'm sorry that we did it in front of our kids.
Okay. You know, I really wanted to handle it in a mature way, and I would love for us to work together to make this whole thing happen, because I think it would be nice.
Kids and everybody else feel uncomfortable.
And
right,
that would show
I think
the
we need
kids
to go and
as
do that
well.
now. I'm going to call a house meeting.
Okay.
We're going to...
Cheers, bye.
All right.
With differences settled, Dr Tanya gathers everyone in the living room, allowing Nicola and Louise to teach themselves and the children a valuable lesson.
You ladies would like to say something to the rest of the house.
We want to apologise for our behaviour, and sorry to put everyone in a really awkward situation. We both should know by now not to act like that way in front of the children. And we think we really made it really uncomfortable this morning.
Hannah, me and Mommy are sorry for what happened. You know, people have arguments, but we talk and make up, okay? All right? We're cool now.
We are.
Jessica, we're all cool now, okay? Me and Mommy is okay.
We've been naughty children
We've been
fighting.
naughty children fighting, and it's not going to happen again.
Yeah, but I'm wondering what treat we're taking away from them today.
I tell you.
I think we should decide what treat they can have.
Okay, now...
Let's dance.
Shall we go round then? Come on then.
Mum, faster.
Faster, 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 faster. Oh no, the music stopped. The music stopped. What should we do? Who wants to press the button this time?
This one.
With the help of Dr Tanya, Dad Paul Cooksley has made great strides in solving his son Lewis's eating problem. And he's got a few steps of his own to show the children.
Come on, let's dance. Ready? There we go.
Muscle.
Your mouth sore? We got to dance, ready? Come on then. Press the button again, Dante. We want a bit of music. Oh, 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 oh. Don't worry, I've got you. There you go, press the button. Come on, dance.
With mums Louise and Nicola reconciled and Hannah and Jessica playing in the conservatory under the watchful eye of the other parents, Dr Tanya calls Lee and Louise Turner to the quiet room.
You were talking about the girls.
She's arranged a trip out for the family to a safari park that will really test just how much their parenting skills have improved.
Right. One of the most challenging times for a parent is being locked in a car with their children who might kick off.
It is for us.
Because there's going to be two parts to today. So the first part, you're in the car with the girls.
Yeah.
Two girls in a car, driving slowly because you have to, windows shut because they have to be, all the things that could possibly kick them off. So how are you gonna manage that? So we need to think about that.
All right, this is a really good one because the one stress test every time, isn't it? We can put them in the car, we can drive a quarter of a mile to the shop. And in that time, they've had 3 arguments, screamed, shouted, carried on. I'm trying to drive, Louise is screaming at them, your dad's trying to drive, what are you doing?
And
it always ends
you
up
in the back of the seat and...
Yeah, the kick in the back of the seat, because they don't kick the back of the seat, bang, bang.
We knew
go
this.
along.
I mean, this...
And this, yeah, and that, if we can get through this one...
Absolutely, so that's why you're doing it.
And the kids can get through it, that's a major thing, because we love to go out.
The second thing is that there is a little petting zoo, you know, where the kids can go in and they can do all the little animals. The petting zoo is the last thing I want you to do, but the girls need to know that they're only allowed in the petting zoo if they have behaved well throughout the trip. Now, the way you're going to get them to behave is you're going to take 2 sticker charts, portable sticker charts, and I'm going to teach you how to do it really quickly. For every 10 minutes that they behave well, they get a sticker. So, OK, between 5:15 and 5:25, they've behaved well. So they get to put a sticker in that slot, right? If at 5:25 one of them behaves badly and you've asked them twice, remember, once nicely, once firmly, write that down. No shouting, no empty threats, no I'm going to smack you. Just, Hannah, I said stop it, please. She doesn't. I said stop it now. If she doesn't, she gets she gets a sad face. If by 5:40 she's only got one sad face in her slot, she can stick a sticker over it, because I believe that children are allowed to be a little bit naughty. You can't have robots here.
No.
If, however, she's got 1 and then she's pushed it again within the time limit and she's got 2, then she watches you put a big black cross through. That's for the kind of whingy, won't do as they're told behaviour. If either of your girls are ever aggressive in any of the time slots, so if they kick, punch, bite, hit, swear, you need to tell them that these are things you will not tolerate, they just get a cross. If they get at least 3 out of 4 of their slots, they get a treat. Jess, if she goes into a major massive strop, can I very quickly show you physically what you need to do? Yeah, right, if I sit here, can you come sit between my legs, please?
Like how?
Right, so you're there. I mean, you can do this on a bench, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're there.
Yeah.
Now, what you need to do, you need to hold her arms like this, so she can't flail around, because she's very physical.
Yeah.
You need to put her head, sorry darling, you need to lodge it into your body like this, and you're kind of holding like this, and you're holding her head so it's safe, and you're looking away. The reason you put her head here is so she doesn't headbutt you in your face and break your nose. You're holding her like this, you're looking away, 3 minutes, and then you just gently stop and you say, if you stop, we can carry on, but if you carry on like this, we're going to have to do this again. Do it on a bench or something. I think you've behaved very well. You can leave now.
Lee and Louise Turner are here to learn how to cope with severe tantrums of daughters Jessica and Hannah. Dr Tanya has taught Lee and Louise that by ignoring their tantrums and praising good behaviour, the girls will soon learn which gains them the most attention.
So dumb.
Paul and Nikki Cooksley's son Lewis is an incredibly fussy eater who would refuse anything that hadn't been pureed. Dr Tanya has discovered that he is food phobic, meaning that he has an irrational fear of certain foods. By a process of encouraging him to have fun with his food, Lewis has eaten a proper roast dinner for the very first time. Nicola has come here to deal with son Dante's sleeping problem. At home, Dante refuses to stay in his own bed and wakes up 15 times a night, disturbing mum's sleep. With Dr Tanya's guidance, Nicola has been using a technique called rapid return for the past 4 nights, where she places Dante back in his own bed every time he wakes up. Still to come, things get wild for the Turners on safari. Dr Tanya's called Nicola to the consultation room for her morning appointment.
First things first. How did your son do last night? 2 things: settling, in other words, getting himself settled off to sleep, and then sleeping.
Settling in, it wasn't that bad because the routine was a bit disrupted, but
How many
considering
times?
that, I think twice.
Yes.
Was that right?
Yes, all right. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Yeah, twice. Took you just 2 times to settle him.
Yeah.
And he'd had lots of cat naps during the day, which
Yes,
you were
he
worried
did,
about.
yeah.
But he settled, so well done with that. Okay. And waking in the night.
It was less than, I would say about 5, maybe. I'm not sure. You're joking. Was it 3?
Yeah, it was 4 but one of them he fell out of bed, so that doesn't count.
Okay.
Okay.
Look at that progress.
Look at that
Look
progress.
at that progress.
Who did that?
Me.
Thank you very much.
It's not all good news. Dr Tanya wants to show Nicola where she's going wrong with Dante.
Oh, I see you, Dante. Don't even pull that one. Open up, please. You're being a naughty boy right now. You're not eating. You're being naughty. Is it sleepy time? Is it sleepy time? You ready for sleep? You're being naughty. Eat your food. No, dummy. Oh, where's Tanya, man? Tanya.
What did you see there?
I didn't know what to do. I was starting to get angry and not listening to him and I was panicking.
You were panicking. There's 2 things I want you to notice
I looked
there.
angry at him and he looked
He did this
kind of
one.
angry. Yeah.
2 things I want you to notice from there. The first thing is that you made a problem where there wasn't one. He was kind of eating okay, actually, because I've seen the whole of that sequence.
Okay.
But you were sitting there with a face like thunder, looking at him. Whenever he put a spoon in his mouth, you didn't say, well done.
Right.
But whenever he started to mess around with his food, you were like, whoa, 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 whoa. Your son has behaviour problems because you make him have behaviour problems, because somehow it gives you something. But actually, he does not have behaviour problems. That's just your perception.
When Paul and Nikki arrived last Sunday, their 2.5-year-old son Lewis would only eat pureed food or dry biscuits and crisps. Sometimes he would simply refuse to eat altogether.
No.
During the week's treatment, Dr Tanya discovered that Lewis is actually food phobic and couldn't even bear to be near certain types of food. Over the last 4 days, Dr Tanya has encouraged the Cooksleys to back off at mealtimes and let Lewis have more fun with food, as well as expanding his food range. He's made remarkable progress.
Wow.
3 days ago, he ate some mashed potato for the very first time, and yesterday he took an even bigger step forward, eating a small amount of roast dinner.
That's it.
Encouraged by Lewis's progress, the Cooksleys are once again trying him on something new for lunch.
You eat another little bit more for Daddy, and then you can have a bit
Get
more
him to eat
biscuit.
some ham for you, Paul, if you can.
I tell you what, could you eat some ham for Daddy? If you eat some ham for Daddy,
Tell
you
him-
eat some of that.
Tell him don't ask him.
Lewis,
One
will you
piece
eat some ham for Daddy, please?
No.
And then some biscuit.
And then some biscuit. You can have some biscuit.
Good boy.
Eat, good boy. Eat some ham for Daddy. And you can have some...
Yes,
That's it. Go on,
big
then. That's it. That's it. Go on, then. You eat a little bit. That's it. Well done. Good boy.
You are clever, Lewis.
Good boy.
Well done. Lewis, Mummy didn't see that.
Can you show Mummy how you do that?
All of it in.
Go on, then. Go on, then.
Good
That's it.
boy.
Good boy.
Who's a clever
Who's
man?
a clever boy?
So,
That's it.
just
Oh
for
my
the...
goodness.
Can you do more than that for Daddy? Look at that. Oh, you're clever. Look at that. All right.
There's no doubt about it. He can do it.
Daddy have a bit?
And I think us taking a back seat as well and not showing him that we are so bothered that he can do it is encouraging him to do it.
Because it's not such a big deal anymore. Yeah. Grown-up child.
After what has already been an eventful morning in the House of Tiny Tearaways, I joined Dr Tanya to find out what she's planning today. So what about the Cooksleys? What are your plans for them today?
It's growing up. It's saying goodbye to the bottle.
Ooh, how are you going to do that?
Well, I'm going to think of a way that they can symbolically wave the bottle goodbye, but for me this is a bigger aim. The aim that I have is for them to really, really start to own the fact that their son is a toddler, so he doesn't need pureed food, high chairs, being fed and being babied.
Why are you choosing to say goodbye to the bottle and not something else, sort of babyish, if you like?
I think a bottle is a major symbol of babyhood, and I think for Lewis it's a huge symbol in terms of his feeding problems and sucking and swallowing liquid. So I think it holds so many things about who he was when he came in and who he is now and what he will be when he leaves tomorrow.
The Turner family are on their way to the safari park. To keep Hannah and Jessica happy en route, Lee and Louise have mobile sticker charts. Every 10 minutes they're rewarded for good behaviour with happy faces.
What colour do you want?
If you kick or bite or hurt anybody, if you smack Mummy or Daddy or Hannah, and you're being like that, and you say swear words and things like that, then we don't even do smiley faces or sad faces, we go big cross.
I want to be naughty.
You won't be good.
After a 50-minute long journey, the girls have been so well behaved they have 5 stickers each.
That's nearly a whole hour that you've been such a good girl.
This
This is my house. I like the little one. Look at that one's fancy bun. It's funny.
Just wants to play. Oh, it's having a big stretch out. And they got thin legs.
Is it mating season for
I
giraffes?
don't know, it looks like
It
it.
does look like it to me.
Yeah.
So far, the girls have behaved themselves and have been rewarded with more stickers. But there's still lunch and a trip to the petting zoo to get through.
She's been a good girl.
Lewis Cooksley arrived at the House of Tiny Tearaways 4 days ago and has since made good progress with his food phobia. Part of this process has been as a result of Dr Tanya encouraging his parents, Paul and Nikki, to treat Lewis as the toddler he is and not as a baby anymore. Today, Dr Tanya has another important step for both Lewis and his parents to make.
This is I would say, the next developmental step for you with your son. He's not in a high chair anymore. He's self-feeding and he's eating toddler food. He's not eating baby food. This is a baby's bottle. Would you be able to let this one go as well before you leave the house?
What do you think? Yeah.
Yeah. This is actually more for you than for him. Later on, I've got something for him to replace this.
Okay.
But at the moment, I think just for you both to say goodbye to the baby and to welcome the toddler, and you've done so much of that this week, I think this is the last thing to go.
Yes. Yeah. I think you're right.
The balloons are going to go, Lewis. We're
Okay.
going to wave goodbye to them now.
And we're going to wave goodbye
We're going to wave goodbye.
Lewis,
Goodbye
you're going to
your bottle,
watch.
'cause it's
Lewis,
gone away now.
you're going to watch. 3, 2, 1. Go.
Look, Lewis, they've gone.
Bye-bye.
They've gone. Bye-bye,
Can you see?
balloons. They really have gone.
They have gone. Yes, that's
Oh,
like,
no.
they've gone now. And do you know what else? Lewis's baby bottle has gone. So we have to find something for you to have as a big boy later, yeah?
Oh, bottle gone.
The
Bottle
bottle's
gone. Should we say bye-bye, bottle?
Bye-bye, bottle. Gone now.
It's gone now.
Oh. He's growing up, your boy. And because you've let him.
I'm only gone.
Because you've let him.
Oh, come on.
I'm only gone.
The balloons have gone now.
You have some time together with your big boy. Is that all right?
Bottle.
See you
Thank
later.
you.
That's all right.
I'm gone.
Oh, darling.
Yeah.
I want the bottle gone.
The bottle's gone. It's flown away.
After Dr Tanya pointed out some important home truths in their morning consultation, single mum Nicola talks to Nikki Cooksley about what it's made her realise.
And she was telling me that he's abnormal. His development is more than normal. His actions that she's seen so far is more than normal. The only thing he had was a sleeping problem, which he's very much on the way to dealing with. And I felt like I've sort of overshadowed that because the main focus has been my problems, right? And he's been so good considering he's the youngest baby in it. And he's just been himself. I have serious problems and the things he's had to go through, and everything has resulted to it being because of me.
You're not doing bad by him. Look at him. He adores you. And you've got to have done something for that, haven't you? Hey? That little boy is sitting next to you with all the love in the world, yeah? And that's come from you, yeah? Nobody else. That's come from you. Isn't it?
The Turners have had a tantrum-free morning at the safari park, but during lunch, Jessica starts playing up.
You eating all your chips? Yeah, don't worry about that. Eat your dinner. Is it nice?
Now she wants to play with the stickers, but Mum's not letting her have them.
What do we say when we hit? We get this. When we smack Mummy, it's really bad behaviour.
Louise has the opportunity to practice Dr Tanya's time out in public. She has to hold Jessica gently but firmly and look away, ignoring her. It's important to keep Jessica's head tucked into Louise's neck and shoulder area so that she doesn't whack her mum in the face.
Lee, can you take over, please? You're hurting me, Jessie.
Are you going to calm down? Are you going to calm down if I let you go? Eh? Are you? You're not going to go and scream and hit people. Wait, you're not going to go and scream and hit, are you? You're going to be good and you're going to calm down.
Jessica's tantrums would normally last up to an hour, but using the time-out method, it's cut down to only 10 minutes. After Jessica has settled down and finished her lunch, it's off to see some of the animals close up.
Oh, hello.
Wow. Just coming to say hello.
Aren't they cute?
Oh, look, Jess.
Oh.
How soft is that?
Say bye-bye to them.
As a final reward for getting so many smiley faces on their sticker charts, the girls are allowed to pick a toy from the shop.
What are these?
The nice thing is that even with a tantrum, we've not gone home stressed. Say bye-bye. Which is the difference from what we'd usually do. One tantrum would stress us out for the rest of the day, and we'd be going home saying what an awful day that's been. So, yeah, good one.
A treasure hunt has been set out in the garden for the Cooksley family.
Is there one in that one? Have a look.
After seeing just how much progress they've made during the week, Dr Tanya wants to congratulate 2.5-year-old Lewis and parents Nikki and Paul.
Look! What have you found? Should Daddy have a look and see what's in this one? Hold on to that, Mummy. Yeah, what does this say, Lewis? It says, look, no need to look far and wide. Why don't you try under the slide? Oh. Shall we go and have a look? Come on, then. Come on, then. You come this way, then. Shall we come down this way? There we are. It's all right. Go on, then. You go and find it. I've got your hat. Go on, then. Right, under the slide, Lewis. Is that it? Shall Mummy read this one out?
Can you pick it up for Mummy,
You pick it up for Mummy.
You give it to Mummy and I'll read you it.
What's this one say?
Oh, good boy. For your next clue in this hunting game, look in the tunnel of the climbing
Go on,
frame.
then. Off you go.
He's so excited. Where's the tunnel of the climbing frame, Louis?
There.
Oh,
You got it.
After finding another 2 clues, Lewis is near the end of the treasure hunt. Earlier today, Dr Tanya told Nikki and Paul that it's time for Lewis to move on from using a baby bottle.
What's this?
There's an extra special treasure for him in the chest, a symbol to mark his transition from baby to toddler.
Open it up. What's in there? Oh, look. What have you got in there?
That? Look at all that treasure.
Wow.
Look at all that treasure.
Anything in there? What's in there?
What's that, Louis?
Look at that. Hey. Hey, what's that?
That's fantastic.
Make a
You
drink.
make a drink.
Make a drink, Mummy.
Oh, yeah, thanks.
You're a big boy now.
I'm in there.
He can't wait to have a drink out of this now.
That's for bedtime now. You're a
That's your new
big boy at
bedtime.
bedtime.
That's your
Oh, but you can't wait
bedtime
now.
drinking cup.
Are you all right with that, Paul?
Yeah, fine.
It was hard to say goodbye to the bottle.
It was hard to say goodbye, actually. It really did sort of strike a chord with me, actually. I didn't think it would do at first. I thought, because Nikki said she was actually quite excited to be moving on to that next stage in a way, but all of a sudden it got to me. And yeah, I must admit, I'm fine now with that. Fine now. I know it's got to be done. I know we've got to move on. So yeah, no, I'm fine.
Good.
Not good.
Yeah.
Lewis and Dante have been playing with Lewis's treasure chest for the past half an hour. Yesterday, Dr Tanya taught the Cooksleys a technique known as time out. A tantruming child is simply left alone in a safe place for a short period of time. This gives out the important message that bad behaviour will be ignored and good behaviour will be rewarded.
Do you want me to open
The
it?
Cooksleys are about to have another chance to put it to the test.
Shall we shut the treasure up then for now?
We'll shut it up now, because press the button, because it's going ready. Press the button.
That's Lewis's treasure. Look, that's Lewis's treasure chest.
Tell you what, Mummy, shall we go and put it in his room?
Shall we put it in your bed?
Shall we go and put it in your bed,
cot?
so that if you're a good boy, you can have it later?
No.
Come on, then, let's go and put it down here, then. You come in with Daddy?
And Mummy's going to bring all
Mummy,
your
bring
bits
all
and
the stuff.
pieces.
Dante.
That's it.
I'm going to put his cup on the side with the other big boy
Come on,
cups.
Lewis, but come and put this in your bed. Come on.
Come on, come and have a look.
Do you want to come and see putting it in your bed? Ready? There he goes, ready? Now, he's going in there. That's where he's going, yeah? Now, if you're a good boy, listen. Well, I don't think he's going to be getting any more treasure before he goes to bed, do
Well,
you?
not if he's crying.
No. Right. If not... Awesome.
Are you going to stop crying now?
I will shut him.
Dr Tanya's keeping a close eye on the events from the monitors in her office.
Don't worry, it's what has to be done. Yeah? You're all right? You don't look very comfortable?
No, I'm fine.
One minute. And if he's still like it, she said if he's still like it after 3 minutes, you go in and say, I asked you to stop. And if he still carries on, then you do it again. No, you shouldn't do, because we asked him to stop and he wouldn't.
Do you think he's not scared because he can hear us? He knows that we're still here.
Of course he does. Right, you're coming up to 3 minutes exactly now.
Are you going to stop crying now?
Yeah.
You're going to stop crying for Mummy?
Yeah.
Good boy.
Good boy.
Now you can come out, but if you do that again, you will come back in. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Give Mummy a cuddle.
Can Daddy have a cuddle?
Oh, yeah.
That's it. You're going to be a good boy now. Yeah. Yeah.
For these families, it's the penultimate day in the House of Tiny Tearaways, and they've all made considerable progress. The Turner family were at breaking point because of 6-year-old Hannah and 3-year-old Jessica's severe tantrums. During their stay, Dr Tanya has taught Mum Louise and Dad Lee that by ignoring their daughter's bad behaviour and praising the good, Jessica and Hannah will soon realise which reaps them the most rewards. Mum, Nicola has come here for help with 23-month-old Dante's sleeping problem. At home, he won't sleep in his own bed and wakes up to 15 times a night. Dr Tanya has taught Nicola the rapid return technique, which means she must put him back in his own bed without talking to him every time he wakes up. It's been exhausting work for her, but Dante is now waking in his own bed, but still gets up a few times in the night. Paul and Nikki Cooksleys wanted help with 2.5-year-old Lewis's fussy eating. Dr Tanya discovered he was food phobic and that Paul and Nikki's anxiety was a cause of the problem. By encouraging Lewis to have more fun with food, he's made real progress, and yesterday ate a proper roast dinner for the very first time. Still to come, Dad Lee Turner springs a surprise on his family.
You sit on here a minute, because I've got something very, very special to say to Mummy.
Good boy.
The Cooksleys are giving Lewis his tea and all seems to be going well. Dr Tanya has told them to avoid Lewis being distracted, so he continues to understand that meal times are for eating.
Have a big bit.
I want it.
Have a big bit. Wow.
Do you want the crispy?
Do you want the crispy? Go on.
Right, well, can you have
You
some
know what
dinner,
you've got to
please?
do?
No.
Well, you don't have crispies, I'll
No,
sit and
take
eat them. Do you want one?
Yeah.
Right.
The Turners are returning after their day trip to a safari park, but their arrival back at the House of Tiny Tearaways presents Dad Paul Cooksley with an interesting dilemma at the dinner table.
Hi, guys. Hiya. Can you have another one?
I said you were.
Oh, right, OK. We don't really want any distractions.
Lewis.
Lewis, come on, we're trying to have tea. That's very nice. We'll see that in a minute, shall we?
And we saw some white animals.
Lewis.
That was weird.
Did you? Oh, right, OK.
And I was
Do you want a bit of that with
OK.
Mummy?
OK.
Right, have a little bit of dinner.
Oh, Lewis. Lewis.
There was a big
I'll tell you what, Lewis, come on, because we're trying to have tea.
snake.
Yeah, do you want to... Did you?
Yeah.
Lewis? One more of that for a brown yoghurt. Go on, then.
Good boy.
Good boy. Good boy. Give yourself a clap. Come on, then. Good boy. That's it. Good boy.
What did you see? Did you see any animals?
It's her favourite, isn't it?
I like giraffe. And you?
I saw a giraffe as small as the cat.
A baby giraffe?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. What else did you see? I like your giraffe.
Mommy giraffe.
Did you have a nice day?
We do. It's fantastic.
Dr Tanya gathers the Turner family around her to hear how their safari outing went.
Right, so let's see, how did the day go?
Right, Jessica's.
Good.
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 Jessica, whose is this sticker?
Mine.
Who got all those smiley faces? Who was the good girl?
Me.
Were you?
Yeah, I got lots.
Well done. And what about this one? Let's have a look for you, Hannah. Not one sad face. Whose is that?
Mine.
So, am I right, Mummy and Dad, in thinking that Hannah was an excellently behaved little girl? And that's why she's got her giraffe, is it? Mm-hmm. Yeah. How did you find sticker charts? Did you find it a helpful way of organising your thinking around their behaviour? Yeah.
And it worked with them.
Yeah, and this is really interesting because this is learning. This is learning. Okay, you've set a boundary. I'm so going to kick against that boundary. You show me that boundary stays. Okay, well, I guess I've got no other choice, but I'll just have to behave. And then you've shown her with very little fuss or attention that you mean business, and she's back on track.
Yep, straight away.
Even with Jessie's tantrum, we didn't come back stressed.
Hannah wants.
You didn't come back stressed. No, you actually look. You look quite relaxed, actually.
If it had been a week ago, we'd have come back from a day and it would have been all focusing on the negative and the bad things that have happened and very little of the good things. And now coming back, the tantrum's hardly anything. It's like that little bit, but the rest of it's all been good.
Often what happens when, with the parents who struggle in the way that you were struggling is that then, says, right, that's it then, it's been a rubbish day.
That becomes that.
When it hasn't, yeah.
Back in their bedroom, the Cooksleys are talking about Jessica Turner interrupting Lewis's tea time.
No, we did.
It's not her fault, the little ones, because she's excited.
No, I'm not blaming them. It's not her fault. No, she's going to come up just as any kid would come up like that. You can't. They don't have any. Not that they don't know, but the parents do, Nikki.
I appreciate that they're all excited.
Yes,
They've got a lot to tell.
But it doesn't distract. Sorry, it doesn't distract from the fact that if I came in from having the most wonderful time, the first thing I would do is hold on to Lewis, especially if I could see that scenario. First thing I would do is hold on to him. Is it not? Would you not do that?
Yes, of course I would.
I'd say come back, and I'd as I've got him in the door. I know that. Well, no, not much older, not really. But I'd say no, come back, and it's just a shame that happened in that way because it just, it's such a big thing for us when he does it, and when you get something like that spoiling it, it then throws it all out and it makes you feel really down. And Nikki, and there's no bloody apology.
Where to fall?
It wasn't noticed.
Pardon? No, it wasn't even noticed. No, you're right, it wasn't even noticed.
In with me.
Whilst they've been out for the day, Dad Lee Turner has asked for a very special surprise to be set up for Mum Louise and their daughters, Jessica and Hannah. Dr Tanya and I can't believe what we're about to witness.
No, it's very, very special. Because
what have we got in here?
I want you to sit here and I want Mummy to sit down.
What have we got in here? God, this is gorgeous. It's well romantic.
Do you know what it's all about, Hannah
What's
and
it
Jessica?
about?
This week we've been really happy, haven't we? And Mummy and Daddy really, really love each other. And things are going to change a lot when we get home. Can you sit on here a minute? Because I've got something very, very special to say to Mummy. We've spoken lots and lots, haven't we, in the past, about Mummy and Daddy getting married, haven't we? And I've got a little present for Mummy in my pocket. And it's something that is a token. And this is a little token. Okay? It's not much. Okay? But it's a token that every time we look at it, we'll look at this and know that we're starting from scratch again. And it's a token that whenever things are going badly, we'll look at it and remember what we've done this week and what we can do in the future. I'm going to ask Mummy to please, will you marry me?
Yeah.
God, bloody hell, are you crying?
It's quite sweet.
You're crying?
Do
No.
you want to put it on?
How beautiful you look.
And you know what you'll do?
What do you look like?
That one day, I'll put those down and hold these. That when Mummy and Daddy get married, I want Jessie and Hannah to be my bridesmaids. And I want us to do it together. But I want you to do it as Mrs. Turner.
I can't
That's what I
wait.
want.
I'll be really proud to be Mrs. Turner.
This man he's done so much soul searching. I really admire him. I really admire him.
He seems like a totally different man. I mean, the one who came in who was shouting at his kids, wasn't getting involved with the family, and look at this. It's like he's suddenly woken up and realised what he has.
Yeah, absolutely.
You've got your flowers, so when you're bridesmaid for Mummy and Daddy, you'll be like this, all pretty and beautiful, won't you? And you'll be the 3 most beautiful girls in the world, won't you? Eh? No, you and Mummy and Hannah will be the 3 most beautiful girls in the world.
And what would Daddy be?
You have to wear a suit.
I have to wear a suit, I know. I have to wear a suit.
Bedtime in the House of Tiny Tearaways. 2.5-year-old Lewis is first to settle down.
OK, there you go. Because you've been a good boy, you get your big boy's cup with some big boy milkies.
Mum, Nicola Egbon's been desperate to solve her son Dante's sleep problem and to get her bed back. At home, he wakes continuously and always ends up sleeping with her.
I love you. Be a good girl so you can see the rabbits in the morning.
Mum Louise Turner uses Dr Tanya's sticker charts once again, this time as an incentive to get Jessica to settle.
Remember, you've already got one sad face, you don't want another one, else you won't be going to the rabbits in the morning. And everybody else is going. Love you. See you in the morning.
As the eldest, 6-year-old Hannah is the last to bed.
Give us a kiss. I love you. Night-night, girl.
After a day in which Lee and Louise Turner got engaged, they decided to record a video diary together.
It started off being like the surprise that Lee pulled on me. I can't say too much about that right now because apart from the fact I know it was really, really emotional, but I'm still in shock in a way, so I need to let it sink in a bit, but it was incredible. It was really sweet. And he meant it. And that was really special. We just had such a great time here. We've learnt so much about each other, good and bad, you know. Learnt to get to know my little girls again, learnt to get to know Lee again. He's let me in for the first time in 4 years this week. And I've been trying, it feels like forever, to get into him. And now I've done it within like a week. It's weird, it's really good.
3, 2...
Today, the Cooksleys took one of the first important steps towards Lewis's transition from baby to toddler by saying goodbye to his bottle. In their bedroom, they have a heart-to-heart about what this has made them realise about their son.
He's the best boy in the world. And you know why? Because he's got good parents that love him. This week has made me appreciate him a lot more, as I'm sure it has you. That he's not just Lewis, he's just not our kid, he's our son. And he is a beautiful little boy. And you know what's really sweet, you know, is he can talk to anyone, but there's nothing more special when he pops his little head up and says, Mummy or Daddy, that he knows who we are. Isn't it? Yeah. There's not a bad bone in that little boy's body. He's lovely. That's because of us. But one thing that's made me learn this week is though he's beautiful, he's our little boy, he is his own person.
Yeah.
And by God, is he his own person?
I know. But he'll always be our baby.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, he's as stubborn as his dad. And as beautiful as his mum.
Well, yeah, give it that one.